Hi everybody, I am so chuffed that my little Otter has swum onto the shortlist of the Spark School Book Awards this year. I love this award because at the end of the day, children are involved in making the decisions about the books, and that's as it should be. I love that children have had their say. Now, what is Jakub's Otter about? It's about a boy called Jakub, who is originally from Poland, but he lives in Lewisham with his mum now and looks after her a lot of the time because she's got multiple sclerosis. And he's become quite grown up in his ways because of the pressures. Now, his mum and their lifelong friends, the Conics, that's Dan, Lena and their daughter Marta, they're quite worried too because he's getting quite old for his years. So they decide they're going to take him to Italy for a whole month to a lovely forest and let him have a bit of a break from everything while Maria's sister comes over from Poland to look after her. So that's what they do. Now, Jakub's not sure if this will go well because, to be honest, he's never really got on with Marta. She's always been so happy and chatty, and it gets on his nerves. So he's not sure a month in an Italian forest with Marta is going to be fun. But she's up for it. She writes a poetry journal, and the first thing you see in the book is her first poem in her poetry journal about Jakub needing a rest and coming on holiday with them. This is what she writes. Jakub needs a rest. Jakub Polansky is coming to stay with Mum, Dad and me on our holiday. But Mum said, don't expect him to play. Jakub needs a rest. Mr. Polansky lives back in Krakow. He doesn't have plans to join Jakub now. But Mum said, don't ask him why, what or how. Jakub needs a rest. Mrs. Polansky is really quite ill. Her body's gone floppy. She takes lots of pills. But Mum said, don't ask him about it until Jakub's had a rest. So Marta's up for it, but Jakub's a little bit reserved about whether he should go on this holiday or not. And it doesn't go well at the first bit. I know we all have different friends, don't we? We get on with some people better than others. And this is not going well. Her next poem in the book is I Need a Rest from Jakub. Jakub Polansky is such a big bore. He's not smiled once. He stares at the floor. He's just like a bear with a head that is sore. I think I need a rest. Jakub Polansky looks tired and worn. He speaks to me with impatience and scorn. In his very pale skin, I'm a sharp, painful thorn. I think I need a rest. Jakub Polansky is clearly quite frail, and he hides all his feelings under a veil. But together we fight with a tooth and a nail. I think I need a rest. So, right at the beginning of the book, you hear a lot from Marta there. She's a little bit fed up with the way things are going, but don't worry. Gradually, a friendship does develop between Marta and Jakub, and gradually Jakub finds out about himself and he realises that he's funny and smart. He's not just a carer. He can do other things in his life, and it's a real revelation to him. And he meets a wonderful old man called Signor Mancini, who teaches him a lot about otters, a lot about the woods, and a lot about what we're like inside and how we feel and why we feel it. So I really do hope that you enjoy reading Jakub's Otter. There are lots of animals in it. There are little adventures that eventually he and Marta go on that you might enjoy. And I think you'll enjoy the fact that at the end of it all, Jakub is much more secure about who he is and what he's like. And he realises people really do like him.